Happy Friday. Welcome back to Just One More Chapter. I'm Melanie.
I'm Santana. And thanks for joining us again.
Thanks for joining us. Please rate and review our podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. That could be Apple or Spotify.
Yes,
or
ma'am.
watch on YouTube. It definitely helps our podcast reach more people. If you rate and review and share, it means a lot to us. Mm-hmm. So thanks for you guys for coming back every week and enjoying our little podcast.
That's right. And if you haven't yet, follow us on Fable. That's where we're doing our book club. Mm-hmm. This month we are reading Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas.
That's right. I've already finished it. It was a pretty quick book.
Yes.
Yeah.
So and you can join us next week for our review episode.
That's right. And then on Fable, if you are following us there, it's just called Just One More Chapter, and you'll see our pictures on the front. We do release the book for February early if people like to plan, because for the most part, a lot of the girls read the books fairly quickly.
Yes.
So I just, I don't want them to wait too long, because sometimes,
exactly.
It doesn't hurt to plan. But if you're someone who doesn't care, that's fine. You don't have to follow us on Fable.
Yes.
But we like to give our in-depth thoughts and stuff and just chat about anything books.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's cool. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
I definitely don't miss Goodreads.
Yeah, me neither.
But I find a lot of people still use Goodreads. I was trying to put in my information to different publishers because you can request to be on their influencer program where they'll send you books to read ahead of time. And all of them ask do you have Storygraph or Goodreads account? And I'm just not putting my Goodreads account.
Yeah.
And I just deleted it.
Yeah.
I
wish I was thinking too, because on Kindle you can, it goes to Goodreads, and I was like, oh, this is so annoying. I wish it was Fable, because that's where I post all my stuff. Now, right? I don't use Goodreads, so I'm like, dang it.
I know. So they're both Amazon, right?
I know.
So I get it, but I hope people come towards Fable. I just really enjoying the interface of it.
Yeah,
It
me
just
too.
looks prettier.
What is Storygraph?
I don't know. It's another book app of just tracking your books.
Oh, okay.
I did try it at one point. The interface is just very basic, just like Goodreads. But at that moment, Fable, I didn't find Fable, so I wasn't really going to change from Goodreads to Storygraph.
Yeah.
So I just left it.
Yeah.
So.
But I love Fable. It's great.
It's great. Can't go wrong with it.
Exactly.
Did you finish Hunting?
I haven't finished it yet.
Okay.
And I'm almost done.
Yeah.
I think I have 20% left.
Yeah.
So I like it. I don't mind it at all.
Yeah. It's not bad.
It did feel kind of dragged out a little bit the first half of the book. Just because I can't really say too much because I'll give it away the first book, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know.
Well, you can. We could just say spoiler warning for people.
Alert. Yeah. So I felt like it was kind of dragged out how she was trapped for so long.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it is realistic because, if he saved her within 2 weeks, it would have been a little bit unrealistic.
Totally.
So. But now he saved her, and
yes, they're going to go after the people.
Yeah, she's fighting with him.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that.
I do like that aspect of it. So
it was really good, the back and forth. It's just the first half of the book. I don't want to read that much detail of sexual assault. I just don't. So that's why it just was too much for me.
Yeah, it's brutal.
It's brutal, and I understand the point of what she was doing, the author, but I just didn't want to read that. So I was like, I don't like. That's why I gave it the rating, because it just
and it was a whole the first part of the book.
Yes, and there's multiple
all
scenes
of that, right?
Yeah.
So
I think that's why I didn't enjoy it. But towards the end, I did enjoy it.
Yeah,
I liked them coming back together.
Yes,
and them figuring themselves out.
Hunting the people down. So that part's interesting for me. But yeah.
Have you figured out what you want to read after that?
I have not.
I'm such a planner. I'm I already know what I want to read after this one.
I'm thinking maybe Phantasma.
Well, I think I do Nocticadia.
Maybe. I don't know yet. It's between those two, so we'll see.
They're both very good.
Yeah.
I definitely, either way, those are really good ones.
Yeah.
The book I'm reading, we talked about last week, it's a series, so there's multiple ones. I am going to keep going to the second one.
Into the series.
Yeah, because I really enjoy it, and I think, I might be wrong, I think a 5th book comes out this year. I don't know yet. I saw a quick TikTok. I should look more into that.
Yeah.
But I'm really enjoying this book.
Oh, good.
It's very world building.
Yeah.
There's not like, it is a romantasy, but at the moment it's just like world building, getting the characters into each other. I'm just about 50% of the way through.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely going to keep on with the series and just get the book after
and
book
what
after
book
book.
is it again?
The Book of Azrael.
Oh,
That's what it's called. I think it's like, there is a name for the series. Like, I don't think it's called Of God and Monsters, like book 1 or something like that. But that's what the book's called. It's on Kindle Unlimited.
Oh, cool.
And I'm sure every, the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th book are on Kindle Unlimited too. But I'm really interested in it. Like, I'm really enjoying it.
Oh, good. I'll have to check that out.
It's a little hard. Like, I'm not going to give spoilers because you haven't read it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of different creatures and just kind of like remembering exactly what they do.
Do they have complicated names too?
Oh my God. Yeah. The names are complicated, girl. I can't do it.
I need an asterisk at the bottom showing me how to pronounce this name.
I had to.
please.
Okay, so I had to Google because. So the main character in the book is a female, and she's like a badass creature.
Oh, okay.
The creature name is Igmorthian. Okay, so I had to Google how you pronounce that because I did not know. Okay, and the man's name is Samkiel. But I didn't know if I was saying like Sam Cole or Sam. So I had to like Google it. What is the response? Oh my gosh, there's so many interesting names.
Like, how do I pronounce
Yes.
this? Yeah.
So that was like kind of getting
An
me annoyed.
index at the front of
Yes.
like name pronunciations.
But there isn't. There is a girl on TikTok who is the actor for the audiobook.
Oh,
And she
cool.
does give you like, how do you pronounce this and this.
Oh,
So I
neat.
watch those.
Yeah.
But I'm still
I
misremembering it.
know, it's like ingrained in your head now. It's too late.
It's too late. It's too late. But other than that, like that's very minor of the book.
Yeah.
Like I'm still very much enjoying it. So
Oh, that's good. That's good.
what are we doing today,
So
Santana?
we are talking about reviewing. So we're gonna do something a little fun, and read off some 1-star reviews of 5, like mainly 5-star books
that we've read.
that we've
personally.
read, or
Yeah.
like that I just found on Goodreads that I thought were funny. So
There's some funny,
yeah,
funny ones.
there's some funny ones. Yeah,
Did you want to go first?
sure. So Heartless Hunter. by
Oh.
Kristen.
Oh, is that one of mine? No, it's
So
not. Okay.
on Goodreads, it has 70,000 5-star reviews and 1,000 1-star reviews. So,
Whoa.
you know. So for those who don't know, Heartless Hunter is about Rune, who's a vigilante witch who's undercover. She's being hunted by Gideon, who is a witch hunter. And yeah. It's a great book.
It's a great book.
I enjoyed it. I gave it 5 stars. So the first one I read, a menstrual cup would have been a game changer for her.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
And then someone said, at least their blood magic worked because my eyes are bleeding after reading this. Like, people are so funny on the internet. Like,
So funny.
yeah.
Like, and yeah, that's hilarious. If you haven't read the book, you're like, what is this talking about?
Yeah.
Those are so funny.
Exactly. And then someone said Rune was the embodiment of no thoughts and head empty, and Gideon certainly matched her freak because he was dumber than a rock. It's a good thing this book takes place before the invention of the push or pull door. Girly would have been stuck forever.
Oh my God. She's not that, like,
Yeah,
ditzy.
No, I didn't think so.
That is so funny.
People are hilarious.
People are hilarious. It's funny to go through and see what people read.
Yeah.
And what they review of the books that you really enjoy.
Yeah, like I liked Heartless Hunter. I thought it was great.
Yeah. It's not for everybody. My first one is Nocticadia by Carrie Lake. Is that my first one? Yes, it is. And this is a teacher and student gothic romance book. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 5 stars. On Fable, there are 10,603 reviews, an average of 4.27. And there is like 2% of people gave it 2 stars, sorry. I'm going to go in through some of the reviews. Might not be as funny as Santana's. One person just said, just no. Oh my goodness. And one other person gave it like a half star. It was really slow burn in a maximum level with a male lead that should be strong, dark, and mysterious, but he was like a little boy during puberty who can do nothing, just call some guys to solve his problems. What? Oh my goodness.
Goodness.
Okay. Oh yeah, these two main characters. This is not really. Oh, is that a spoiler warning? Oh, yeah, it's a spoiler. I don't want to say because Santana hasn't done it. So I'm just gonna go say this. Masochist has no brains. Her entire personality is I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke. You want me to believe she was invited to an Ivy League university? This could have easily been a Wednesday Adam-esque thriller mystery with a dark, slow burn gothic romance. But no. Okay, I want to like defend the book. That's not the point. That's not the point. So
I know.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Carrie Lake. I cannot wait to read more from her.
Yeah.
So
My next one is The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren. So it had 80,000 5 stars and 1,001 stars. Two unlikely exes fake a relationship for a hefty inheritance. Can West and Anna overcome their past differences and find true love amidst a wealthy world? Someone said main character is a 20-something-year-old woman with the personality of a 12-year-old boy, but even worse. From Twilight references to characters who started and remained unlikable. If you like Jersey Shore and Real Housewives, you might enjoy this. However, I did not. And then someone quoted the book. I think I'm all set here, he says. And LOL, of course he isn't going to kiss me. I should have burned this the minute I read LOL in the sentence.
okay,
but I can agree with that. Like, why are you writing LOL
in a book?
And he's talking. Like,
that's where he's saying LOL.
No.
It is so funny. Did you read that book?
I did not. No.
Oh, okay.
No. I can attest to some of these, but
that's okay. My next one is Phantasm. Books that I really enjoyed. Phantasm follows Ophelia, whose sister disappears, and there's only one way to save her. She must enter Phantasm, a deadly contest inside a haunted mansion, and claim its prize, which is a single wish. Really good book. I rated it 5 stars. There are 24,999 reviews on Fable with an average rating of 4.1. They always show like 0% gives it 1 stars and 2% gives it 2 stars. I think because they're just trying to calculate
yeah.
how many people did this. Okay. The first one, a lot of these people, which I guess I appreciate when they give like 1 or 2 stars, have like the most description ever.
I know,
of how much they hated the book.
Paragraphs. It's like,
Paragraphs.
holy, you took your time with this one.
I don't really think there's that many paragraphs for like positive reviews.
Exactly.
People really like when they hate something,
in.
they go in. So a lot of people I noticed for Phantasm low reviews was like they didn't finish.
Yeah.
So this person said only got 70% and I had to give up. I found the writing dull and repetitive with the author using the same 3 or 4 using the same 3 or 4 words. Okay, this person's English sucks because I'm reading what they're typing, you guys. Okay, anyways, I think you can kind of get what you said. 3 or 4 words in the same times in a paragraph. Blah, blah, blah. I also had no idea where and when this was meant to be set. Characters used modern language, but descriptions seemed to be of old cars and horse and carriages. Perhaps it's an alternate world history, or that's just the vibe of New Orleans, but it left me confused. Okay.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. And the person wrote, I really want this book to be a good read, but it fell short. I feel like the book was flat and was really hoping it would get better, but it did not. I want to DNF this book. I read about 30%. So, yeah, a lot of people just DNF'd this book.
They're like, no.
Nope, not doing it. Oh, this is funny. I could not care less about Miss Ophelia. I don't know what time we're in. I don't understand the game we're playing, so she was a snoozer.
She was a snoozer. That's funny.
Oh my goodness.
That's good. Are you done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. My next one is Funny Story by Emily Henry. It had over 300,000 5 stars and 3,001 stars. I did read this one. I think I rated it like a 3.5 at the time. I read it a long time ago though, so I'm not sure. In a picturesque lakeside town, Daphne finds herself roommates with her ex-fiance's childhood friend, a charming tale of friendship and an unexpected love blossoming. Someone said, you know how food tastes bland when you forget to add salt to it? This is the book equivalent of that.
Whoa.
Boring, repetitive, bland characters. An MC that moans every time she eats something. Is this some kind of weird new sex thing? Was I supposed to be turned on? Sparks were definitely flying, but that's just because I considered setting myself and this book on fire multiple times.
People are so funny, man.
God.
She was moaning every single time she ate?
I guess so.
It's very specific.
Like, I don't really remember that, but
It left a mark on that person.
yep.
That is so funny. One Dark Window by Rachel Gillage. I rate it 5 stars. This is Elspeth must unleash the monster within to save her kingdom, a dark gothic fantasy filled with secrets, deceit, and magic. 71,862 reviews on Fable with an average rating of 4.3. Let me just get there. So this person said there's no chemistry between Elspeth and Raven, which is the male main character. The romance fantasy where fantasy took a backseat and romance became the main plot, but also not. It was entertaining enough to actually maintain the plot. Felt like the main action throughout the book was supposed to be about relationships between the characters, but I also couldn't describe to you how half of these people feel about each other. Okay.
Yeah.
Elspeth was whiny and kept asking the nightmare for help in life or death situations and then complaining after that it had to hurt people.
You're like, what?
What? I need to start this review by saying that my friend recommended this to me, and maybe the high expectation led to the ultimate downfall of this book in my eyes. I wish I could have loved this book, I really do, but as I keep reading, everything gets worse. Not a single point does it get better, except maybe the last chapter.
Oh my God.
This is, yeah, that's harsh.
A lot of people enjoyed that book, so.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Not every book's for everyone,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
like
Reading's so subjective.
so subjective. Yeah. Your people seem a lot more funnier than my
Yeah.
people.
I was kind of looking for the funny ones, though.
Okay.
I have Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. It had over 300,000 5 stars and 2,001 stars. This has been on my TBR for a while. I haven't read it, though. Join a man with a dating curse and a nurse with unexpected plans on a summer adventure in Minnesota. Scheming to break the hex, love might surprise them both at the lake cottage. Someone said a lobotomy in a book form.
Jesus.
This entire book felt like it was written by AI asked to write a TikTok romance book. Actually, a lot of people said that. That
No
they were
way.
like, this is weird. Like, it seems kind of like AI generated.
Really?
Yeah. And a lot of people, like, I mean, over 300,000 5 stars. So, I mean, a lot of people enjoyed this book as well. But yeah, a lot of people are saying that. So I was
my
like, oh, that's
goodness.
interesting.
God. My next one is Kingdom of the Wicked, which I gave the first book 5 stars. Twin witches in Sicily seek vengeance for a brutal murder, uncovering dark magic and a dangerous alliance in this thrilling tale of mystery and romance. Over 33,947 reviews on Fable with an average rating of 3.82. Writer has never been to Sicily, and it shows. The time the female main character takes to understand things isn't a good sign for her intelligence. DNF'd at the halfway point. That's too funny. This book does not work as fantasy. There are random details just thrown in that weren't mentioned or were irrelevant before. The world building is either non-consistent or explained through one character monologuing at another. This book does not work as a murder mystery. Any clues unraveling happen because of dumb luck. Emphasis on the dumb.
Oh, God.
I have to say that, like, so I gave it 5 stars, but I have to say one thing about this book though.
Yeah.
Is that like the girl is main girl is like a chef. Like she's very into food.
Okay.
So it goes into very descriptive detail of like recipes and what she's using.
Okay.
So like at that point you're like, I don't really care about your recipes.
Yeah,
like, get to
you're
the
like,
story.
just get to it.
Yeah,
100%.
but it's in the beginning of the book is very focused on like the recipes and she uses a little bit of this, a little bit of this.
Oh,
Or just like
God.
regular
It's
dishes.
like-
It's not potions or anything. It's just regular food. You're like, okay, let's hurry up on this fucking
Yeah,
food
like,
shit.
let's get to it, please.
But her family owns like a restaurant.
Oh,
and like
okay,
so,
okay.
You know,
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah. My next one is The Woman by Kristen Hanna. This has over 600,000 5 stars and 2,500 1 stars. A tale of courage during the Vietnam War, following Frankie's journey from naive student to Army nurse hero. Someone said if Meredith Grey served in Vietnam and came home, this would be her story. Another
Oh my
person.
gosh, that's like the girl from the Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah,
okay. Sorry, I just got it.
So another person said, what the hell was this? As a Kristen Hanna lover, this book was so bad. A whiny, unlikable, privileged rich girl volunteers to go be a nurse in the war in Vietnam, falls in love with multiple married men, and then gets involved in politics, question mark. Throw in a lot of forced feminism and lacking plotline, and you have this mess of a book.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Ouch.
It's like, oh, but I mean, 600,000 5 stars, so
Yeah.
girl's doing something right.
Something right.
You
And you
know.
haven't read that one.
I have not.
Yeah.
No.
Sounds
That
interesting.
author's been on my list for a while now. She's, I don't know if you've heard of The Nightingale. Yes. A lot of people said that one was really good too, but it's historical.
Yeah.
Historical fiction. So I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can really get into it. I don't think I've ever read a historical fiction. Have you?
When I was younger, I had a friend who gave me a book and it had a historical. And I totally lied and said I read it and
Yeah.
I didn't read it. I hope you're not listening. You know who you are.
It
This
all
one,
depends, I guess, but
yes, I like for the life of me, I'm gonna try and remember like what it was so I could tell you guys. But it wasn't. It definitely was fiction, right? Like
Yeah.
so, it was just set in a time.
Yeah.
She really enjoyed it, and I feel so bad like I lied about it and said I read it.
I know. Like I still have like my sister gave me The Nightingale to read, and I just still haven't read it yet. I'm like, oh, and it's like long. So
Is
I'm like,
it?
oh god, this is a commitment.
I know.
But a lot of people like on TikTok are like crying after reading it. Like it's beautifully written. So
If it's not for you, it's not for you.
Yeah.
Like there are some movies on Netflix that are historical fiction,
Yeah.
and it seems so interesting because it came from a book.
Yeah.
But I just don't have the desire.
I know.
To read, like I think right now in my life, I just need like a romance.
Yeah.
I need some sort of,
Yeah.
I don't know. I find I'm trying to escape. So if I read something historical,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking too
much.
much.
It's like a history lesson.
Yeah.
100%.
Like I kind of want to be in make believe.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Corrupt by Penelope Douglas is my next book, which I've rated 5 stars. Erica is obsessed with Michael, her boyfriend's terrifying older brother. Years later, she's noticed and how her nightmares are about to come true. Is this a standalone romance? Which is crazy because it's not.
No.
I
It's
wonder.
part of a series.
It's a series, but this is standalone romance. This is Fable. Fable's not always like up to date or like perfectly correct, which I do find annoying about Fable. Anyways, this has 33,161 reviews on Fable with an average rating of 3.68. This first person was like, I want to hang myself off a cliff.
Oh my god.
That's their opening line for this review, okay? And there's like an angry face because on Fable you can do like faces. She goes, me reading. Let's just say that. Me reading this book is one of the example of why you should never go with the flow. Seeing this all over my For You page, I gave it a shot. Now I know. This English is terrible. Now I know why you should follow someone blindly. Terrible English person. I literally want to gag my eyes out
Oh my
for
God.
giving it a go. This book is a perfect example of disaster. I hated this book. Like this person went
like
in.
holy.
Oh, that was a lot. This next person said, man, I had such high hopes for this. I DNF'd at chapter 10 because I found all the characters and plot to be major ick. The pacing and delivery is inconsistent and feels like whiplash. The characters lack depth and banter. It felt like their personalities were rich, quote unquote, and the female character was so bland. Ooh.
Ouch.
This person goes, this was trash. Oh, wow. Maybe they did not like corrupt.
Very critical around here.
Very critical. That was my last one.
Yeah, that's all I had as well.
It's just funny. It's just funny going to see like what you rated 5-star, what other people hate.
Oh, totally.
It's not like, not hate on them.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
It's just funny
Just
to
for
me,
giggles.
and some people like so creative with their little
Yes.
with their hating reviews.
The little quips of why they hate it. I love seeing those
Exactly.
TikToks where
Yeah.
it's just like 1-star reviews
Yeah.
and what people are saying.
funny.
It's funny.
Yeah.
If you want to go have a good laugh, just go
Yeah.
look at 1-star reviews of the books you love.
Exactly.
You can appreciate the responses.
I agree.
Before we end this episode, could we talk about how we rate books?
Oh yeah, definitely. So like for me, 5-star is like, really good writing, likable characters, something that seriously like sticks with you. You know what I mean? What
And that
about
you would
you?
recommend.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
The same for 5 stars.
Yeah.
Like I enjoyed it all the way through. I really enjoy the characters. I want to keep reading it.
Yeah.
And if it's a book of a series, I definitely want to read the second book. That's my 5-star.
Yeah, same here.
For 4 stars, I think it can still be everything for my 5 stars, but I feel like maybe there's just this one little thing I kind of just didn't enjoy.
Yeah.
But it's still definitely a recommended book.
Yes,
my 4 stars.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it just didn't like stick with me as much. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It all depends like on my mood too
Yeah.
sometimes, you know what I mean? Like,
Totally. From one day to the next, you could switch up how you rate.
Exactly.
But I feel like for me, 5 and 4 stars is what I will recommend.
Oh, definitely.
3 and below, I don't recommend.
Yeah, I'm just like, meh.
Same?
Yeah, same.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm not too critical of like when it comes to 3, 2, and 1 stars. For me, 1 star, I think I DNF'd the book.
Yeah,
Right?
same. Or
Yeah.
like I just did not like it at all. Like, yeah, I agree.
What is 2 stars for you? Like
2-star for me. I don't really think I've ever given a 2-star to a book.
I'm trying to think.
It's either like 3 or then 1.
Does anybody give a book 2 stars?
Yeah,
Like,
like,
does someone-
I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever given a book a 2-star.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to currently look through my Fable. I feel like some people can be like very specific when it comes to the ratings.
I'm not like that. It's either like, meh, I didn't like it.
It's either bad or good.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
100%.
For
I'm
some.
not like, this was bad, but, you know
Okay.
what I mean?
So I gave 2 stars to Powerful, which is Lauren Roberts' book.
Oh, okay.
Of, Powerless, Powerful, and Reckless.
Yeah.
So Powerful is the middle one. It's a novella. I gave it 2 stars because I think I give a book 2 stars because I don't find the purpose of it. So I didn't really feel like I'm not going to give anything away. It goes to another character and doesn't really give too much information. I just felt like, what was the point of this book? I felt like you could have put that information into the first or the second book.
Yes.
Like what's the point? I think for me, number 2 is what's the point? Pointless.
Pointless.
Yeah.
Number 2 is pointless.
Number
I don't
2 is
think I've
pointless.
ever given a 2-star. Do you remember the last book you gave a 1-star?
Ooh, that's a great question. While I look through it, what about you? Sorry, I'm gonna shoot
Mine
back
was
to you.
Little Stranger. Excuse me,
Oh,
Little
yes.
Stranger by Lee Rivers.
You gave that one a 1 star.
And I actually read it all, and it was really bad. I think I give it like a half star, because you can do half stars on Fable. It was so bad, you guys.
From the way you described it,
It is terrible. The writing was bad, like just unlikable characters. Plot was all over the place. I was just like, no, not for me.
I think, is there another book coming out?
She has like a few. I think it is a duet. Little Stranger is a duet, but I will not be going back for more.
No. Okay, the last book I gave a 1 star was Twisted Love by Anna Wong, which we talked about that's going into a series.
Yeah.
I gave that one a 1. It just was boring.
Yeah.
I think that's the reason why. It just was boring. It was okay. If I can remember correctly what the book's about, it's like the girl's brother's best friend. And so then, I don't know, boring. I think for me, it's just, if you're boring,
Yeah, it doesn't
You're
make
number-
you like if you're not reaching for the book, like you're cut.
Yeah, you're cut. So I don't know. I'm not really too intricate with my reviews.
Me neither.
It's either the books.
Either I vibed with it or I didn't.
Yeah, like DNF a 3-star.
Yeah.
4 and 5.
Yeah.
I don't think I touched 2.
Yeah,
I think I just make up
same.
my own. Like I'm
Same.
curious if people really
Yeah.
have like a star system in their brain of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, because I'm not like that. I'm just like,
I don't
I vibed
know.
with it or I didn't.
Yeah,
You know?
like Binding 13 for me, I think I gave it 3 stars because I did kind of enjoy it,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't recommend it. So that's kind of like the middle
fair.
ground.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt pressure to like or dislike a book because of like the hype around it or because it was 5 stars?
Ooh, that's a great question. Thinking back now, I don't think I've had like pressure. I think I'm gonna have to say the Powerless series.
Yeah.
Very popular. I got it because of the popularity of it.
Hype around it.
As I started to read more books, I went back and I changed my review.
Yeah.
Because I realized there was other good books.
I know. See, sometimes that happens where like you read a book, you're like, oh, this is good, but then like you read more and you get more like smarter about like I don't know
Totally.
how to say it, but
So when I read Powerful or
you're just like,
Powerless,
you have more to compare to.
yes,
I should say.
Like Powerless is very controversial because it takes scenarios and situations from the Hunger Games. Okay, it also takes situations from another popular book called The Red Queen.
Oh.
I don't really too much about that.
Okay.
So people just thought it was a ripoff from those books. Okay, I can agree with that. I still kind of rated it high because I did enjoy it, but then as I got more into reading, looking back at the book, I'm like, oh yeah, this is definitely
Yeah.
not a good book.
Yeah. I
So,
agree. That
like-
happens sometimes. You're like, oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm not really into it anymore.
No, totally.
You have more to compare to and
Yes.
yeah, I agree with you there.
Was there a book for you that like you felt pressured?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's very
Pressured.
Yeah,
is
it's very
little,
harsh of a word. Like you're
yeah,
pressured to read it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so.
You're not pressured to read it. I guess pressured to rate it
To
higher
rate it
than what
higher?
you think. Or what you should think, I guess.
No. Yeah. I'm just like, I don't really care. Like my rating is what it is, you
Yeah,
know?
totally.
Like do you think like Book Talk or Instagram has like changed the way people review books?
Ooh, 100%. I think so. I think because you want to be liked. If that's like your goal and what you're doing is making videos for books,
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people don't want to ruff feathers.
Yeah, I
You know?
agree. 100%.
You feel like you don't want to dislike a book when other people really love the book.
yes,
So,
100%.
is that what you
yeah,
think,
I
or-
agree as well.
Yeah.
Because yeah, like you have your favorite like book talker, and they're giving like all this hype to this book, and it's like you don't really like want to say anything almost.
Yeah.
yeah, I agree.
I'm going to bring it back again to Powerless. A lot of people were rating it high. And sometimes you have to trust they're being genuine.
Yeah.
Because there's only like a select few that I've noticed who've like disliked the book. And I feel like Book Talk and Instagram maybe have just given authors more of a chance
Yeah.
because these people are, and whether it's genuine or not, they're still rating and reading your
Yeah.
book, and it got out there,
Yeah.
and now it's popular, and now it's
Exactly.
gonna become like a movie or TV show, and I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm curious. Are you specific when it comes to rating? Like, are you like, I know what a 1, 2 to 5 star is, or are you kind of like us, where you're like, I either enjoy it or I didn't.
Yeah.
And you just have to give a rating because everything's on a rating system.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, and then
Yeah,
also
let us
actually.
know.
Let us know that. I do want to know what's the last, like Santana asked me, what's the last book that you guys read that you gave it a 1 star?
Yeah.
And why, if you remember. If you
And
can-
why.
And why. So I'll be curious to see if you guys, what your books that you rated 1 stars. Maybe it's a book we've read.
Yeah, maybe. Never know.
Okay, guys, we'll catch you guys next week.
Bye.